Ladies and gentlemen, second map of the finals. Kicking things off with a knife towards this B mid. Second map will be grounded according to the map bans. Now it seems to me that Team Gesture is 1-0 up in this series. Will they sustain a hold here with a 2-0? I think they didn't really spot out Gesture. Very smart play, just tucking himself into the corner. And it seems to me that Team Gesture opts to be in the corner. I mean, not corner, of course, the T side. A little bit messing here. It looks like there'll be a rather strange split coming out. Okay, it seems like the bomb will be regrouping with its members. A will be the final destination, it seems to me, but a very fast flank will be played out on the side of Team EvG. They might go for a wraparound from this storage. No one's currently watching storage. I don't think they realize they're coming that fast in. And EvG should get this one quite easily, but Zombie just barely surviving out there in that corner. He just tucks himself in and be able to chime in with another frag of his own. But so are the CTs too. It is now tied at the 3v3, and Max swatting out the leg of Z-Pods is down to 50. Cheesy, very fast push in with the Deagle might pay off. And Max just pre-firing down that angle, and he's now down to Ooze coming out from the back, just catching them by surprise. He's just gonna play around those boxes, it seems to me. It should be sticking the defuse right now. I don't think there should be enough time. Gesture stealing away the 1v3. That's 1-0. Should have been a win. It looked like the odds were all against Gesture. A little bit of force, or I would rather say a half by coming in from the side of Team EvG. Very fast, very nice position right here. The flashes will go up and it will not affect much. Sun goes down to the FP6 of Vicious. Frozen unable to connect frag there, but so Zombie able to come in with one of his own. Second two. CTs are all spread out. Trying to make some play of this. Max from the CT truck position. ABX with the Deagle actually. First contact play towards this B side of all things. CT trying to see if he can connect much of a wallbang right here. Not the damage he's really inflicting, but he takes down Beast. Trying to see if he can just do some sort of a lineup here. Ooze with very nice crosshair placement. So the Z-Pods coming in quick for the second frag right there to ABX. No retreat. Retreats denied from Z-Pods. The score stands as so. Gesture actually topping this time. We haven't really been very quiet throughout the whole series. Bomb will be making his way alone, but I think he finally realizes best that he follows his comrades. A little bit of a more loose A defense right here. Just not trying to get in for the contact. Set pieces finally come out for the side of the terrorists, and they will be advancing their way, but ABX in a very nice position does take down Usp. Not until Ulsan's able to trade, and while trying to reposition itself, Beast comes in with the wraparound, but Max also comes in with a response of his own with the SA-58, making a play. He's able to tag one down to 61, that's Zombie. Frag will be coming in, but Zombie, he is eventually caught up by the nade, but he's able to take one down with him at the end. And now it's all down to a 1v1. Beast against Frozen. Do or die situation. Beast just around the corner catches him faster. Wasn't really able to spot out Beast in that position right there. Very open position. No one would usually expect someone to be there. No, it seems like they'll be trying to make something out of this B long position for now. They've been experimenting towards this B position a few times. Did it come to success with them? Yes, came out for that one fateful round. And it looks like they're just exchanging shots. I think does come in the end, but Vicious is down low too. It will be finished off by the nade of Zombie. The bomb is still dropped all the way from Cafe actually, and Cheesy is in a very prime position to cut down and shut this B long push. Yes, FP6 just staring down their faces right now. I think one of them might have spotted him out. Missed shots come in. Cheesy able to recover. He's trying to get the sniper of Z-Pods. He will in the end. Goose could be caught in the open, but he's just trying to play this one slightly safer, as it seems. Seeing anyone over aggressive towards the CT position. No one's really giving themselves up. But Cheesy, with only 6 HP, still able to take one more down. Getting hungry for that 4th frag. San denies. Not only will San deny his 4th frag, but he will be denied a 4th round for his team. In fact, San will just be saving the U ratio. No one's really going to hunt him down. 5 seconds left on the clock. Still holding on. Coalition wins. Should just be. Oh, I think Frozen had just saw a shot ring out. A little bit of not only a exchange of bullets in this match, a exchange of words as well. Unhappy with each other. A little bit of gun juggling in this T-spawn. A little bit of competition sets out here. Or else we'll be sending out other nades towards this A position, where you see like it will be affecting no one but nearest Z-Pods, who's tucked in all the way in this computer areas or reception. Beast with this new ratio, but the first context will come in play in the 3K from the SA-58 of Vicious. Now is he able to get the 4th win too? Beast just shaking. I don't know how you're just going to claw this one back. He is able to take down Max. Dry peeking in the scope of his. ABX making sure that he will not advance any further on. But Vicious with the SA once again. The 4th frag does connect. Ace on the cards, don't you think? Z-Pods has made it all the way to this CT position. Factor in play. Not much you could really accomplish with this gun. Might catch a few backs turn, but speaking of which, they turn their backs for this flank. The ace will be denied, but a safe round for the side of Team EvG. Which is coming in strong with the 4K. Can't wait to see that one up on our YouTube channel. Definitely be a highlight. Just sure with the Eagle. Bomb carried on his back too. Makes his way to A mid alongside Vosan. Seems you can just dig down any one of the players. Caught sleeping. Deagle's in play actually for the most side. It's just one lone rifleman. Kevlar is beast. He has to put up the task this time. It's just the same position again. Hoping to get the same outcome as he did the last round. But I'll be having a slightly slower approach. There's one that's locking down the storage position away from Wagon. Shots finally exchanged and Beast will go down to the York of Cheesy. Not much that they can do on the side of the Eco. AVX coming in with another kill as well. Loosening the defense. Zombie just jiggling, trying to play with a little bit of his food right here. So his Osan actually caught him in a very odd position. Just swapping out guns. But I don't think they might want to contest with the mighty York of Cheesy down towards this Wagon position. Ronan just staring down too. But in fact, they will be trying to see if they can retrieve the bomb. It's lost at A mid. They were able to get the frag down to AVX. Very hard position to catch up. It should just be. In fact, I think they spotted one towards connector, but are they ready for ABX? In fact, they're just gonna walk into his line of sight. Osan never was ready for that in the first place. ABX just gonna continue. Just running them down like a bulldozer. Nearly gets Z-Pods, but Z-Pods reigns supreme with the AK with such a good position as well. A lot of cover for him. But a nice round played out from the side of EvG. They're able to tie things up 3-3. Who's still retaining on to that top frag of his own. The only one that's actually going positive in this team. GZ making a big statement for everyone in this series. Oh, movement seems to fail him this time, but the reposition finally does come up from Cheesy. Trying to see that no one's able to cross towards that wagon. First contact plays out. Cheesy does come out on top. Gets a 2k in fact. Frozen trying to see if he can make work with that U ratio. Gets caught up by Beast's SA-58 and they just work their way into sight. Unless if you over-aggress, where you get punished by someone like Max all the way from there. And Vicious just trying to see if he can retake all the way from this storage positions. Meanwhile on the other side of the map, ABX will go down to the AK of Zombie. 2v1 is still a very doable round. They are very far apart from each other. If he's able to make this and isolate this to 1v1, could be very possible, but not clearing out his angles. And that will be the same outcome if you don't clear your angle, boys and girls. Always check your corners. Start with a good weapon upgrade. I think he's will be dropping Z-Pods. Very nice U ratio. Finally, they do respond with a round after a little bit of a sloppy performance the last 3 rounds. Early nade will be coming in towards that beaming position. As you can see, they're just trying to dodge the nade and do not want to take any early damage in to this round. Which was able to catch Beast just hugging the pillar. We've seen him make this position work one time. Is he able to do it again? It's a very small angle to call out, but he will be. ABX actually coming with one all the way from the crates position. He won't be the only one trying to get a few frags of his own too. Which is just looking back and forth Z-Pods. Just trying to see if he can catch anyone. Slightly over-aggressing, but speaking of over-aggressing, they do catch Frozen off. Cheesy is not able to respond, and now they lose 2 men like that. But Max does come in with a kill on Osan. Z-Pods able to catch one off his sniper too, but they realize that there's one towards the CT truck. Actually unable to get the kill on to Z-Pods right there. They're just going to be spamming down. The bomb will go down actually. It does come out. ABX catches Z-Pods and Max just cleans up the round by finishing Zombie off. It's a very costly round. We should have been a little bit much more easier. But it's nice to see that they do not let a round slip away just like that. 4-4 will be scoring. Still tied actually. Very close, competitive grand finals, don't you think? Very nice position coming in from ABX right here, but unfortunately I don't think anyone will be walking into his crosshair this time. In fact, the fast play will be coming in. Also, will be trying to see if he can get any entry frags in. Side is cleared. They sold side like that. Not only do they sell side, they sell a man down. Zombie able to connect onto ABX. I think it was caught in transition towards the day side. And it's all down to the CTs left to clutch this back into their control, but Z-Pods will deny any of that, making sure nothing that's happening. All day, all week. They can take this A side. Vicious is tagged down to 36, but Frozen actually with a sniper plucks Zombie off from his radar. But Vicious is not prepared for such a close angle held by Ulsan. I think Frozen will just be trying to see if he can catch any exit frags right here. No one will go down on the side of the terrorists, but Sun will be going duck hunting, and in fact he will take down Frozen with the U ratio. A very huge win. Not only did they get the bomb plant down, they're able to take in the last sniper of the team. No, it seems like they will be going for... it will be another gun round to be played out here, but this is definitely a must win for the side of Team EvG. Miss Flash coming out right there. I think Cheesy is able to tell that Wagon might be a potential hit. He's able to line up 3, 4, nearly the ace as well. Just catches everyone off with the nades in their hands. They had no idea such pushes were coming in. It was a high risk, high reward. Was very preposterous from Cheesy. But Cheesy said, you know what, I gotta aim practice. And then he just takes 4 down with him. Oh boy. Don't we have a series coming in? Cheesy tried to see if he could do another deja vu actually, but I don't think he will want to present himself out this time. There will be a lot of bodies presenting themselves right in front of his face. But instead he will be playing towards this side. He's just gonna deploy a smoke down to see if he can delay any of the pushes coming in. It's in a very nice position actually. And I think he catches Beast trying to make some sort of a play similar to Cheesy, but not successful at all. Instead it will just be 3 men just stuck. I don't have no idea how they're going to run refuge from this angle unless the Vicious presents himself, just like that. Clean headshot connects. ABX doesn't clear his angle, he wasn't ready for another gunman. And Cheesy just flashed off in the perfect timing for Z-Pods to decapitate him. Terrorist once has gained the lead, regained the lead. After for so long. We've seen ties and ties over again. Maybe we could see another potential tie coming out. But before we break off into the other half, we have to see it was a good performance coming in from Zombie again. And Cheesy, much more better compared to this last map. Seems like it will be a split coming in from the terrorists right here. ABX will just be relocating and repositioning himself towards this connector. And we're just hugging on to the mid wall, and Beast trying to see if he's able to catch anyone. Peeking off this belong position, the snipers just staring down the line of sight. Not easy to catch off. I think that's a leg shot connected. Lucky for Frozen to be alive. He relocates himself. He doesn't want to go down just yet. But Zombie with very fast peek. Very impressive to catch someone like Vicious. Finally reads that he will play that angle. EvX in a position where he's asked to do a lot this time. Zombie, even with such low HP, catches Max as well. And the rotation will be called out. On the other side of the map, Z-Pod's able to let his U ratio shine. But Cheesy actually just holds down the position to catch Zombie off. It's not a full sold fake yet. Unless if Olsan just takes him down like that. And no business of winning that duel. Frozen with a very nice shot on there. He has 5 HP. I think he's able to read out the second player. Olsan's all the way isolated. Beast is in this corner just swapping guns back and forth. He's able to present himself. He's jumping around. Actually connects the leg shot. Oh wow, that could have been a little bit closer than I thought it was. Just a nail-biting clutch scenario there. 7-5. They're able to get 7 rounds on the T side. But will they continue their streak on this CT side? Find out in this pistol round. We're 4 seconds into play. A 3 and a 2. Ooh, Z-Pod's getting a lot of information right there with just such a tight angle. I think he's able to call his teammates for some backup, but he's has a deco in a very nice position, able almost getting 2 down with him right there. Beast will just be scrambling into sight, making sure that they're not able to get any side control whatsoever, just delaying their pushes. They're not sandwiched, but Gesture is in a very hard battle. But Zombie giving him a little bit more breathing space this time. They both will be presenting themselves. In fact, it will be Gesture the one going down. But while they do go down, the attention will be brought back towards their crate position when they just wide swing him. Eighth round on the board. We finally get to see Z-Pod spending a little bit more money here. Not a really good financial advice that you want to get. Or maybe a good gun expertise if he makes this one work out. Most of the players will be just regrouping themselves in this storage position. It's only one that's going to be taken down, but Z-Pod has got so much space. I think he's able to give further intel into his team. Z-Pod gets 1 down. Could get the second. Very likely. Unless if Vicious makes things work with his Deagle. ABX also connecting a tag there onto San. Just scrambles. It's tied, but it's very unlikely we'll see them. Frozen actually, I think he's able to catch 1 here. Beast, no idea why he had to actually wide swing that one. Zombie, they won't be presenting themselves. In fact, Vicious will be making most of the work. The M4 that he once picked up. But it just continued, just trying to claw this one back into his way, and is able to do so by taking 2 down. The bomb is finally just right in front of his face. Zombie finally backup will be called. The frags won't really connect yet. He had the right idea of where he came from, but Vicious, he has already gone the 3 cave, I suppose. He could try getting the 4th too. He's making a lot of these rounds go into his favor, and actually they won't spot each other out. They finally do an exchange of bullets coming in here. We have no idea who's coming out on top. Vicious with the full HP. I think he's able to read. He's going for a fake plant actually, but he's sounding. Very wise choice to make there from Zombie, and in fact he will take him down after time too. Well played there. I guess it was just the Precious down on Earth. Can't do much about that one. If we were all in the scenario, I'll be scared too. ninth on the board. Will they get the sweet double digits? They started off so strong on the T side. Speaking of starting out strong, Vicious towards this B-long position. With a U ratio of his own, able to catch a rushing P90, just wanting to swing and see if he can catch any players off. B-mid is just clear at this point. No contest for it whatsoever. Cheesy's holding out a very nice position. Very hard to read this play. All the action will be happening elsewhere on the map. But Max, I don't think he actually reads the position where Beast is in. They might actually just walk past each other. Vicious, he spots out the leg. He will get an assist and then he does tag him. Cheesy's trying to see if he can connect some sort of a wallbang right here. Vicious will actually deal him off. I think he's aware that the last player is down towards his A mid. He's just playing with his food at this point. And Vicious, wow, a 3K I think. He has been making a lot of contribution in this game so far, thus far. Rosen just pre-firing that B-long position. The bomb will finally be making its way back into the group. Apex able to tuck himself in the corner, but in fact the play will actually be coming out from Beast with such near range with the FP6. Hungry for more actually, as you can clearly see here. He actually connects the jumping FP6. He got a little bit more greedy here, and ABX with the flying AK able to catch San. Slightly over aggressing, but it's all down to Zombie, who could possibly be caught off. The nade connects beautifully, and so does the frag. It connects beautifully too. But I see aware that the flank is already coming in so fast. I think that he's able to hold down the position if he holds it down just for a bit, but the timing is not in his position. But ABX unable to actually catch Zombie, just scrambling. Just scurrying, getting the hell out of there. Speaking of getting the hell out of there, EvG will be getting the hell out of there too. He's aware that Zombie has towards this crate's position. Doesn't want to contest with such HP, but rather let it play in the post plan. I think Zombie should get some sort of a gist of what's going on right here.
Bomb has been planted.
Finally, the bomb will go down. Let's see how ABX chooses to play this one. He tucks his way into this oil position. Very hard to read. He has been given so much space. I think Zombie is making a lot of noise himself. He will finally be walking. Could just walk into the line of sight of ABX. It would take quite a while. But ABX is patient as always, but unable to finally finish Zombie off. He will tuck himself further into the corner, but I think Zombie is more than aware that he has nowhere else to run. But it's the time there for him. In fact, I don't think that he's able to get the 10th on the board, sadly. 97, well played from ABX. You got the right decision in the end. It does pay off. Let's see if we've all been long waiting for this double digit side. Osan, a very prime position to shut down this A hit as well. The XD could come in clutch here, but in fact Cheesy with the SG takes down Beast OP. Vicious sniper rifle. Actually Z-Bots able to catch Cheesy off guard. I don't think they really expected him to be huddled in this corner for such a long time. But ABX coming with a very crucial flank. And I think he actually does get sound off guard. Now, the rotations are not disrupted just yet. I think they just spotted the bomb on radar. EvG still continue to making lots of work with his flank. And now it's all down to 1v1 Vicious, making things so much more easy for EvG. But the only thing now is that bomb retrieval will not be on his side. Zealous has a very good gun from the EvG upgrade. I think he may have just spotted him on radar. I think he's more than ready for this confrontation, and finally double digits will go in the way of Team EvG. Oh, my bad. Team Gesture. A 2-0 in the lead. Maybe in this event to play things off. They've finally proven to those that doubted them, they aren't going home being called flukes. They will be going home as reigning champions of Clan Wars 2021 in Zealous. But will Team EvG be able to respond? First blood coming out from EvG takes down Beast again. Beast always usually dying very early, but they're ready to come into this A side defense. Oos taking down one, tagging the others two, but EvG with the play again and Cheesy with such range, able to take down Oos like that as if it's nothing whatsoever. He had no business of winning that confrontation, no business of winning that duel. He's able to upgrade himself to an M4 as Z-Pods will just be storming in. He's able to get one before he goes down to Frozen. At least they're not too one to Ray. They could snatch the series. Looks like it will be a potential A hit. Nades will come out. Well, EvG in the same position. Usually makes a lot of play this time. Is he able to do the same for this round? He will actually be trying to get something, an entry from this wagon position, but his teammates will be doing the dirty job instead. And instead of doing the dirty job, so the zombie of the MP7 coming flank. But the round was relatively easier on the side of Team EvG, and the 9th goes on the board. This game is not over just yet. They're struggling a little bit on the counter-terrorist side. I don't know whether it's just about the communications, the positioning, or just in general the strategies actually. Could also be downplaying them. The early flashes coming from storage to try and delay any pushes coming in, but the nades of Frozen will take down Z-Pods. That will be the first frag of the round, surprisingly enough. Nades contributing a lot to most of the kills in this series, or perhaps this grand finals. Frozen able to clear up B-Long, but will he clear the crate position? Zombie with his SA-58. One currently holds a very good peek coming in right there. Clean headshot. Just Zombie knocks Zombie down to the floor. Nearly connecting to the side player. In fact, I think he actually did, but not as much as you would thought. Oh wow! Able to catch the feet of Beast OP. Nice thing you like to see every day. As a counter-terrorist, the flash will go out. Gesture just helpless at this point. It's Sun with the AK, but only with 6 HP. Not much you can do here. A lot to ask for actually. Actually, he will be playing a very safe plant. Gesture nearly presents himself. Could have denied the bomb plant. Speaking of which, I think Sun's able to catch the feet. A little bit of Cheesy, but Cheesy able to recover. Fortunately enough. And as you can obviously tell, Gesture might actually be going for the save. Very preposterous be coming in right here. Unable to convert it into a frag, unfortunately. Series is, the scores are tied once again. It's going back and forth like a ping pong game. Both teams secure the double digits. It's gonna be a very competitive late game, as you can obviously tell. This is a very nice position held out by Gesture. Can catch at least one or two. Will he time the push or will he just hold? In fact, he will hold by one payoff. EvG able to make the frag onto. And so the Sun and Zombie, they're able to hold on longer onto this A side. The bomb will be in the hands of the counter-terrorist. And not just make things more worse, Beast able to take down Frozen. But Cheesy just getting back one frag of his own. Could get a second, but Zombie will stutter headshot to ensure that he will not be given more breathing space. Now down to Vicious. The clutch scenario. Once again, big mighty gun in his hand, the U ratio. We've seen how much work he can do with this. In fact, he misses the first shot. He's just trying to... Very awkward there. But, he should always been coming on top for that confrontation. It took a while for them to finally connect the frag. But I guess you can say that if I do finish Vicious off, 11 to 10, it'd be a sigh of relief. But the economy is still running for the side of the terrorists. I don't think they will be losing these guns any rounds in. Also, a rather strange position. I've never really seen people play such position. But it seems like most of the work will be coming in towards this B mid. Exchange of gunshots. Also, see if we can try and spot out yet again another flanker just tucked into the corner. And EvG able to catch Osan. Zombie trying to see if he can stop the flanker in his tracks, but it seems like the terrorists will just be cruising into the B side. It's almost as if they're just taking a stroll in the park right now. Smoke to deter someone like Oos, but he will be refocusing on his way towards this B mid position. Dirty was ready for some sort of swing coming in right there, some sort of a reaction. EvG could even easily steal this one away. They're having so much more momentum on this T side. I was doubting them a little bit, but instead they decided to prove me wrong this time. But I hope I do not jinx them in the making as well. I do not want to eat my words. Also, commonly usually caught out. The flanker, I think he spots the head out of ABX, as it seems to me. Beast trying to see if we can get a rather close nade, but the shotguns of Zealous and Oos will actually be doing most of the damage this time. The bomb is actually in the site, and it's just ABX just tucked into this corner. Not much you can do here, very harmless unless they have to do something magical, these two terrorists. On the ABX, it's a 1v5 clutch. We haven't really gotten one yet. The last time we had a 1v5 clutch back when I was casting Clan was with Zombie. EvX unable to get most done here. Match point confirmed for the underdogs. They were the lower brackets contenders. Many people called them a fluke, as you could obviously tell. Both of their lower brackets were sort of cancelled due to forfeits coming from both teams, unfortunately. But they're proving themselves on the big stage. Oh dear, it looks like they're just one more player closer to clinching on. Onto the champion point series. It's not only match point, but champion point too. Seems to me that next time's out. It is sort of a heartbreaker. Are they able to make the 4v5 work into their advantage? Very unlikely, but if they do, with the shocker of the series. Vicious just trying to see if he can take anyone down. The U ratio that he's been consistently performing with for the past few rounds. But also naturally will be opening things up. Kill on to Frozen. They're just so much more closer onto grabbing the official title again. Sun three Clan Wars winner in a row. It's almost as if any team that gets him able to win with him. A headshot connects, but 2 frags also will go in the way of Team EvG. It's not a loss just yet. They are still trying to put up a fight. But Gesture trying to deny that, now down to Vicious. There is no chance, there's no business. He should be winning this one unless if Z-Pots throw for this. Last round. 1v2 situation, very doable. We have the counters are very far apart from each other. Let's see where Vicious chooses to go this time. It's 40 seconds on the clock. He would choose to go to this aiming position. There's 30 seconds left. He can choose where he wants to hit. It would be very risky for you to hit a side. If it's loud enough, I think Sun might actually be catching him. It's in a very good position. 15 seconds left on the clock. And actually Sun not converting it into a frag. Vicious will not falter. He's at 59 HP. Gesture actually is creeping his way into. That could have been the game sealed. No, the pressure is just tossed over like a hot potato. I'm not so sure whether Gesture actually spotted him out. Oh, it's just it's a merry-go-round. Gesture is taking a lot of time off the bomb. It's just taking faster and faster. He's not going on the bomb, and actually, oh boy, that's going to be a huge loss right there. Vicious coming in clutch. He's not letting words just break his bones, but he will be breaking the bones off the other players in the end. Now this is a do or die situation. One team could be going away with the championship, and the other team could be taking this to a third map. Looks like A will be the final destination. This A hit could be the end of this map this time, but you never know who will come out on top. Both teams are able to get a frag of their own. Still even 4v4. Sun in a very prime position to shut down. Gets the killer ABX, who has been performing very stellar in this series thus far. Beast very wide in the open, might get caught, but able to connect the wallbang fast enough, and it actually makes it out of there. In fact, Zombie will be coming for the fast peak, and I think that this is actually GG's. I don't think there's much to do here. You can ask for Vicious to perform once again. He did get the 3v1 in the end, but this is just way too much to ask for. I don't know how he's gonna get the 4v1 this time. He actually sees the barrel of one person, but I think he's also spotted out, unfortunately, and the shots did not connect. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the Clan Wars winners 2021. Zealous Clan Wars winners. Lower bracket contenders finally break the streak of the reigning champions.